Two. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's been one whole month since the best thing ever happened to pro wrestling, and we're back again. I'm here, Angel, alongside Villanonymous.
Yeah.
My microphone is making weird noises. My headset is, not my
Good.
microphone. No, good.
Good.
And welcome back to the channel. We haven't gone. We took our Christmas break, our annual Christmas break, and we had a fantastic break because it was really great, and it was a great break, and it was a great time to have a great break from the channel because we've done a lot all year. Busy year. Very great. And we're here to talk about our first annual Wrestle Relaunch year-end awards. They don't mean anything. They're just our opinions on what we think is the best or of the year awards from Wrestle Relaunch. And this is our year-round wrap-up. Our second annual year-round wrap-up. Just like last year, we're doing our second year in wrestling round out for 2023. A lot of things happened. A lot of things went up, went down, went in the middle. And here we are. Like 3 days before the end of the year. And we're still alive. And AEW had the best year ever. They're very great. The shows are great. The viewership is great. The success is great. Everything has never been so great for AEW. But in the WWE, they've been down. I seen in quarter four, their ratings have been down quarter four. If you really pay attention, right, Villain? I think I killed Villain.
You're so dumb, bro. I swear to God.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. If you don't know, I'm just making fun of somebody. But this is our quarter year review. But we're gonna kick it off with the and sorry for the people that don't know, I'm making fun of Tony Khan on the media call, by the way, from last night. If you guys listen to that nonsense. So I'm not. So you guys don't think of some sort of Macario AEW nerd, Mark. No
Oh
disrespect if you
God.
like that stuff. I didn't mean to route you guys up.
Macario's fired.
Yeah,
Macario's
Macario.
fired.
The real reason why Macario, you know what? Since the Elite wanted to make rumors about Punk being the reason why Colt Cabana wasn't on AEW anymore, but the real reason why Macario's not here anymore is because he likes AEW. So I had to fire him
Oh.
quietly. I'm actually gonna come out here, but if you have a problem with that, I want you to come to me if you have a fucking problem. That Macario's gone and only made one appearance this year. Be grateful for that appearance. You're never gonna get one ever again. Maybe not. But
You
anyway,
were ridiculous. Knock it off.
anyway, going back to this, we're gonna kick it off with this awards. We have Match of the Year, Male Star of the Year, Female Star of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Mid Card Star of the Year, Return of the Year, Tag Match of the Year, Debut of the Year, Best Entrance, Best Pay Per View, Booker of the Year, Dumbest Match, Botch of the Year, Moment of the Year, Breakout Star of the Year, Rivalry of the Year, Women's Match of the Year, Women's Breakout Star, and Promo of the Year. Sorry, that was a lot.
And Wrestle Relaunch's Employee of the Year, Phil Anonymous.
Oh no, it was definitely me.
Because I have to deal with Sponge all year.
No, he doesn't. We only recorded 35 episodes, and he only had to deal with me 34 times from this whole year. If you put it in perspective, two and two together.
So bad. I toughed out another year for you guys just so we could put out content.
Yep, 34 episodes with Villanonymous and one solo. No, sorry, 32 episodes with Villanonymous, two solo and three solo, and yeah, that was it. That was the year for us. We wrote,
Three solo Sokoa videos.
we did a lot of. Obviously, we had a lot of high points and low points this year because wrestling was up and down, and we were very busy people. But to continue on with the Wrestle Relaunch Awards, what do you want to kick it off with, Villain?
Probably something not the caliber of Match of the Year. Should start off with something dumb.
We're kicking it off with Match of the Year, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
So, Match of the Year. This one was a hard one to give out, ladies and gentlemen. This was the hardest award for me, or to give to somebody, to even choose, because there were so many great matches this year, but such limited choice. And that's why we each chose our own section of stuff. So that's why, Villain, what did you choose for your Match of the Year? Who do you give it to?
I don't think this should come as any surprise to anybody, but I've got the main event of night one of WrestleMania. KO and Sami Zayn against the Usos for the undisputed tag team championships.
That was a
That
wonderful
match was
match.
absolute overall fire. It culminated with literally the fallout of Jimmy and Jay. Like it was just so great.
That match was a amazing match. I remember watching it. My pick. My pick for the year, the match of the year, might anger you, might disappoint
Oh,
you.
he's gonna say some shit like Hangman and Swerve.
It might disappoint you. No, I hated that match. But I chose Night Two's Mania main event because if you watch that match, the story that was told, the Roman and Cody had a great chemistry. Ignore the ending that pisses me off. You can listen to my rant, rant at the if you rewatch the live stream. If you
Entrance one, entrance two, ring announcer, ding ding ding, fight 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 fight, interference interference, fight 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 interference, finish. Like yeah, typical bloodline match.
But it was a good one. Other than the interferences, the Cody and Roman had a great chemistry, and I cannot wait for next year's match. It's
My
definitely
honorable my honorable mention was I was really tempted to go with Gunther versus Chad Gable
I was really tempted.
as it was so fire.
My second runner-up for it was Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus at WrestleMania night, whatever night it was. But that was my runner-up for that, and behind that was Joe versus Punk at All In. So that was it. So match of the year. Those were our matches of the year, and the year went by. And as we continue on with the year, ladies and gentlemen, we have dumbest match of the year. So I've seen a lot of dumb matches this year. I've witnessed a lot of dumb matches this year, and I've seen dumb matches on Twitter. So for this one, this match was really fucking dumb, and it was on AEW Dynamite like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. I don't even fucking remember. It was so bad that it almost put me in the hospital. It was the man who erased his name street fight match. That match was dumb. That match was horrible.
I don't even know what that was.
It was a really bad street fight fucking match where there was bikes being used, pipes being used. The Big Show took an unnecessary spot and died on live TV. It was just
Oh
really,
yeah, I forgot about that.
it was really bad. So, villain, what do you give for your dumbest match of the year?
See, this shouldn't even be a comparison right here because I've got Swerve versus Hangman in the Texas Death
Oh my
Match.
god.
Shit was
Yeah.
so bad. Motherfucker was bleeding into the dude's mouth. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, and I think if villain hit me with a cinder block, I think I'd be dead.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
you would.
I don't think I'd be getting right back on my feet after that.
No, you're just gonna do a kip up and a and a super kick.
Well, let's get out of the negative. Now, let's move forward to women's match of the year. Villain, what was your women's match of the year? Who are you giving the award to? The imaginary award to?
There are a couple of really good ones to choose from. Uh, this is tough. This is tough because I'm biased and I don't like Charlotte Flair. This is a really tough decision.
Trust me, there's no
But
bias in any of these.
but I still have to go with Charlotte and Rhea.
WrestleMania?
Yeah,
That's my pick right there too. Rhea,
yeah.
that match was really good, and I'm not a fan of Charlotte. I don't like Charlotte in the ring, and I don't like Charlotte on the mic. And they did really good at that match. That match was fire as fuck. Well, next one is tag team match of the year. And for me, there was so many great tag team matches of the year. No, I'm just fucking with you. There wasn't really that many great tag team matches of the year. There's probably like 3 that I can name from my books. But I chose one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my entire fucking life in the last 2 years, and it was on Collision, Punk era
Yup.
Collision, and it was when
Yup.
Collision was good, and it was
Yup.
the greatest tag team of all time. FTR versus the Bullet. The wait, I did the Bullet Club Gold, yeah, versus Bullet
Yup.
Club Gold in a 2 out of 3 falls match, which. Fuck, that should have been on a pay-per-view, not a. They got that shit on free TV. That's like a pay-per-view worthy match right there. And they put it on free TV. And Dax and Cash and Jay and Juice, they worked their ass off and put out a fucking banger of a fucking match. That shit was tag team match of the fucking year. God, Jay White should have never signed with AEW. And FTR should have never re-signed with AEW. Holy shit, they're being wasted right now. Villain, what was your tag match of the year?
Well, this is an easy choice, only because I already told you the absolute match of the year was the night one main event. So I can't make a tag match better than the match of the year. So it's still KO and Sammy against the Usos at WrestleMania Night One.
He said he hates Canadians, but chooses the Canadians.
Don't get me started on those goddamn Canadians.
I'll be calling Christian here soon. Alrighty, up next is Tag Team of the Year. Mine is had a huge selection of choices. It was very hard, but there was 3, and it was a 3-letter word: FTR, Tag Team of the Year. They literally have been in their state right now. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I have no idea what the fuck Tony's doing. Why does Tony hate them so much? I don't know why. Where are they? And when they are, they're used pointlessly. Please, free them from their contracts, man. Just give them all the money and just free them from their contracts. Because what the hell are they doing in AEW? Villain, what is your tag team of the year?
He's gonna hate me for this.
Oh my god, he's gonna say something dumb. He's gonna say what I think he's gonna say.
Orange Cassidy and Dan. No, I'm kidding. I would never fucking ever put them in the category of best anything ever. Uh, Tag team of the year. I gotta stick down in NXT, man. I've got Gallus. Those guys know what they're doing in and around the ring. They've had so many really good matches this year, including with the New Day.
What did you say?
Gallus.
Oh, are you talking about the NXT team?
Well, yup.
Yeah, I would have never heard who they were.
That team's got a super future. You watch.
Yeah, I'll watch them not bring in ratings. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is why NXT is the #1 skyrocketing. Fucking never mind.
Don't get routed up on that now. Up next is mid-card star of the year.
This is an easy one.
Gunther.
I think everybody at home even knows with us that it's Gunther. It's not even close.
The greatest professional wrestler of the modern day era.
A ring general.
And up next for the next choosing is debut of the year. You're gonna shit on me for mine, but I agree with yours. Mine was Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge. Man, I wish he was still in WWE, but fuck, I loved Edge so fucking much, and I was there for it. And
Can't call him that. That's not his name anymore.
Adam Copeland. Well, I love Edge, but Adam Copeland is coping right now in AEW. But I was there for it. It was a fun experience. He came out to nobody, besides me and McCarty in the crowd, and it was cool. It was fun. But now it's like going nowhere, and he's not even a draw. And
On this day, I see clearly. Where the hell did they all go?
Yep.
Nobody in those crowds.
Nobody. And Villain's debut of the year was
SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, because oh boy was I excited. Anybody listening at home, there have been 6 matches written and produced by Nick Aldis this year before he even showed up on television that were absolutely fire, including I think it was Kofi Kingston and Ivar for no reason. Like this shit was great.
You think? He thinks, fellas, because up next, he thinks that the best entrance of the year goes to...
Well, come on now. He's gonna hate me for this because I'm always talking so much shit.
Hold on, I want you to say it. You know whose best entrance of the year was.
No, it was Roman at WrestleMania. Come on now.
What?
It was Roman at WrestleMania.
You switched? You switched yours.
It, it was Roman at WrestleMania. It
I
wasn't
chose
close.
Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico because that shit was the greatest shit ever.
It was. It really was. But it's a WrestleMania entrance, man. Come on.
Moving forward, best pay-per-view of the year. It goes to WrestleMania 39 as a whole.
Yeah, that's not even close.
You chose Mania 39 too?
I sure did.
Goes as a whole. WrestleMania 39 was literally the goated weekend like ever for wrestling.
And take it from him, he knows all about holes.
Well, can you get a hole in one in this one for botch of the year?
Ugh.
What is your botch of the year, villain?
I have to go recently with Charlotte Flair literally taking herself out of action for at least another 6 months.
I'm surprised you didn't say the video you sent me on Twitter when I was at work.
Oh God, no.
Anyway, for my botch of the year I think the botch of the year was Tony Khan fumbling CM Punk.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my
Fuck, I forgot about that.
That's my botch of the year.
I forgot about that. I was gonna. Oh man.
That's my. The biggest botch of 2023 and 2022.
They're the biggest botch in the history of wrestling.
And up next is moment of the year. What is your moment of the year for wrestling? There's a lot of moments this year. So many moments.
Moment of the year. I've got the last 4 minutes of the men's Survivor Series match.
You son of a bitch.
Including, because the music was still playing, the return. It was the best 5 minutes that WWE's put out in forever.
You son of a bitch. I chose, because for a reason I didn't choose that, was because I've already sugarcoated that man all over this. A bit. Mainly because of the other one. No. But I said Sammy turning on the Bloodline.
Oh, that's another good one, yeah?
Yeah, Sammy turning on the Bloodline was memorable. It was the beginning of the year. It was insane. It was that arena was packed as fuck. That stadium, I should say, sorry. That stadium was packed as fuck. It was insane.
Yeah.
Up next is breakout star of the year. I chose this guy. I met him in real life. Amazing. The megastar, LA Knight. I chose LA Knight for breakout star of the year. This man went from fucking Max Dupree to main eventing a giant pay-per-view against Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Or the Undisputed World Championship. Whatever the fuck it's called. Who are you giving it to, villain?
Only because I'm an asshole.
Wait, who'd you give it to?
Only because I'm an asshole, I give this to Orange Cat. No, I'm still kidding. You people have to realize I'm still kidding. I'm never going to say anything positive about Orange Cassidy. Fight me. Give me a rivalry. No, I've got LA Knight too. There's no reason to not give it to LA Knight because his rise was meteoric.
Meteoric as hell. And it's going great still. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Women's Breakout Star of the Year. And me and Villanonymous both said Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez. Hell yeah.
Greatest to do it in NXT. Up next, we got Rivalry of the Year. I chose personally, it really died off after WrestleMania. Well, kind of until, we got towards, when Roman finally lost his first match by getting pinned. But, like, I chose Cody in the Bloodline, Like, you had the Rumble. You had the 3 months. You had those 3 months-ish. And then we got towards Mania season. And they had the rivalry. Bloodline, Cody. You had Cody, Sammy, KO. I don't know. That's how I was feeling. Because there was, like, the rivalries this year were pretty stale but pretty good at the same time. If that makes any sense. Everywhere.
This is true. I, on the other hand, I had Sammy and the Bloodline. Because Royal Rumble turn was fire. Montreal for Elimination Chamber was electric as fuck. And then, of course, you had the WrestleMania main event. And then, of course, you had everything after, including, and not limited to, Sammy welcoming Jay back to the locker room.
Yep. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Booker of the Year. I chose Billy Corgan. No, I'm just kidding. I chose Triple H because I don't even need to speak. Watch the product. Just watch the product. Look on YouTube right now, WWE, and just watch that shit. Highlights. Do I really need to get into detail why Triple H is my Booker of the Year?
No, you don't, because he's mine also.
Yeah, and Tony Khan said he's like a bald asshole. Like, fuck, you're a fucking stupid asshole.
Yeah, he's a whiny little child who knows that he's not doing very well, so of course he's gonna resort to name calling.
Like a child. Anyway, up next, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have Return of the Year. I fucking planned a whole I planned a trip off a rumor and went there.
I told him to go. I told him
he was one of the people that told me to go. I did it. I booked the week in Chicago. I went to this event and I fucking got Punk. CM Punk goes to the Return of the Year. And that will forever live in my life for the rest of my life as the greatest moment ever. 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 Happened to me. Why are you looking at me like that?
Every best moment in your whole life.
That's the best moment of my entire life. I finally flew out of the state to a whole ass other state across the country off a rumor. Ladies and gentlemen, a rumor. It could have, like, nothing could have happened, and my trip could have gone to nonsense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Billie Jean? And
yes, I do.
And the day of, I explored Chicago. It was a beautiful city. Beautiful town. Rosemont was beautiful. Kanye's house. The stadiums. The arenas. Everything was amazing. The environment was amazing. It was way better than here. So, Villain, who was your Return of the Year?
No. Come on. If it has to be said that CM Punk was the Return of the Year, then, come on now.
Yeah, there's no way it's not CM Punk.
Like, after the ridiculously and inflammatory podcast, for him to come back, yeah, that's Return of the Year. It's Return of the Century, bro.
Well, there you go. Up next, did we miss anything? No, we didn't. That's not it, but we're getting close to the end. Up next is Promo of the Year. Villain, what was your Promo of the Year? There was many promos.
CM Punk tribute to the troops.
Is it because he said
he made everything clear?
Well, lucky for you, Buckaroo. I also chose a CM Punk promo. and it was his return and debut to AEW Collision. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm
Oh,
one.
that was a good one.
Tell me when I'm telling lies that he's one Bill Phil in a world full of counterfeit bucks, and that he's sorry that all the wrestlers that you like are softer than than you. That was the greatest shit of the year for a promo. Pow. Now, this is the big moment right here, okay? If I missed anything, is there only 2 selections left to right? If I'm right, Keith?
I think, yeah. There are only 2
Alrighty.
left.
For female star of the year, I feel like me and Villain are going to say it at the exact same time. And I feel like we have the same answer. So in 3, 2, 1, Rhea Ripley.
I still have Asuka.
Oh, I was going to choose Asuka. Yeah, I was going to choose Asuka too.
Uh-huh.
But I had Rhea Ripley.
I still have Asuka. When she came back at the Royal Rumble with that new face paint,
With
it was on.
Wait, now I was going to choose Asuka too, but I feel like they fucked her over at WrestleMania. Like, does she have
Like all the not.
Say again?
I was gonna say all the nonsense that you have Rhea doing with the Judgment Day. It's getting old. Like we had this for the last 3 years with the Bloodline. We don't need it for the next 3 years with Judgment Day. Like I'm actually excited to see what they're gonna be able to do with Damage Control and what's gonna happen with Bayley.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And for the grand finale, ladies and gentlemen, for male star of the year. I don't know who Villain chose, but this one was hard for me. But I had to add up the annotations together for the year. If I was I'm the biggest Punk nerd here, and I can't really choose Punk because he only had 3 matches this year. Like 3 matches, right? On pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he had like a bunch of TV matches and tag teams with CMFTR, which were amazing. But then all the nonsense happened, and it cut him off 3 months short. And then he wasn't even on the show. He wasn't even on AEW from January to fucking June. Until June, actually, mid-June.
I know who Sponge is gonna say.
And I'm probably gonna meet this guy next week. And my pick was the man who's basically carried fucking Raw on his back until Punk finally showed up, and garbage fucking Rollins isn't carrying shit. And it's Cody. Cody Rhodes is fucking superstar of the year. He's there week in, week out, every live event, every live show. I've seen this man perform live multiple times this year, and I'll probably get to meet him next week. Everyone put your prayers in there. What was your male star of the year, Villain?
I didn't go with Cody.
Who did you go for? Kenny Omega? Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you hit me right in the diverticulitis.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Who did you throw us who is your male star of the year?
For the male star of the year, I chose the Ring General Gunther.
You see, I was gonna put Gunther on that fucking superstar of the year, and then
Gunther had banger after banger after banger after banger after banger with everyone from Gable to the Miz to he's so good.
he is amazing. He's one of the greatest of all time, and I was gonna choose
Let's not forget the WrestleMania match. He was in a triple threat match with Drew and Sheamus. Like that shit was fire. And he was the Iron Man of the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
come
he
on now.
was.
My man started the Rumble and lasted until
The end.
Cody
he was
dumped him to
He was
win.
the last elimination.
Yeah. First one in, last one out.
Like Gunther is a goat, bro. Gunther is like one of the greatest of all time, and I was gonna choose Gunther, but
No, but your simpness said Cody.
all right now. Now that is our year awards, and it was a great year for the awards. moving on, we had a chaotic 2023 in wrestling. We kicked it off with me going to the first ever Seattle AEW, and the first ever AEW was the first ever AEW of the year, which still, with no signs of Punk, no signs of the Elite were already back, and no signs of Punk, no word of Punk, but more drama was coming out.
Oh God, you got screwed over on FTR too that night.
Oh, I forgot about. You know what?
You got the gun swerve.
Oh, I forgot about that. I did get the guns. I didn't even get FTR. I didn't even get the fucking advertised FTR, and they
Music started playing,
show
and
up.
he got so hyped. He was like, "Yeah!" And then they didn't.
But
show up
I already knew they were going to be there.
they
They were
got me.
defending their IWGP Tag Team titles in Japan, and they were not going to make that fight.
Right, you got gun rolled.
All right,
That's what you got.
but we kicked it off with that. Then we kicked it. Then I don't remember the Raw or the SmackDown, but let's just skip to the Rumble. The Rumble was the best Rumble in like fucking forever. It was the greatest Royal Rumble I've ever seen in my entire existence on this planet, living and breathing. So we had the Rumble. Up next was the Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah.
And there's still CM Punk drama back and forth on the social medias. You have nonsense people saying nonsense things like the Meltzer. You got Punk making subliminal messages about, saying subtle things but not too much. You have more sides coming out. And this is the only... And AEW, what is AEW doing? God knows what the fuck they're doing because no one gives a fuck about the product. They only care about the CM Punk Elite drama right now. Still, to this day. As of yesterday, as of this morning. The Elimination Chamber. Oh, also, can't forget, Roman turned on Sammy. Sammy turned on Roman. And then the Chamber led to their one-on-one match. Did AEW have Revolution? Yeah, they did have a Revolution, and it was really stupid and bad. And I think I, cussed you out because of how bad it was. Or cussed out the chat.
You did.
Or the stream.
We made a video. We made a video for that. And he wound up getting so heated and so angry and so, just...
Don't forget
ferocious and vicious about the video that
it
didn't even get put out.
That was Double or Nothing. When
no, you did that. You did that two in a row.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. Then Double or Nothing was after that, if I'm correct, and that's when they had the stupid super kick exploding fake garbage Gaga. Oh my God, it was so bad that I'm not even gonna get routed up into it. And I don't remember.
Those shoes were so cool.
And also Bray Wyatt's last match at the Rumble, but I'm skipping ahead by saying last match. What was the pay-per-view for fucking that month, for March, for WWE?
I don't think there was one.
March, April, WrestleMania, one of the greatest weekends for wrestling, weekends for wrestling ever.
Yeah, because unless it was something in Saudi Arabia, it wasn't.
Oh, Night of Champions. Seth Rollins won the World Heavyweight title and beat fucking... Oh, wait, no, that was May.
No.
That was May.
That's
right after WrestleMania. Sorry, April, May. Okay. Then after after it was May, with Night of Champions, with the wrong winner winning the World Heavyweight title, Triple H, that's the only mistake you've done in your entire year of fucking booking, was doing that. And, stupid. AJ should have won. Roman defended his belt against... no, he wasn't even on... Was he on that show?
A Night of Champions?
Yeah, who did he fight?
It was him and Solo against the Usos.
That was Money in the Bank.
Are you sure?
Let me pull out my DVDs. I'm up to
he's got
date.
DVDs.
I'm up to date to the
Okay,
DVDs.
Boomer, let's see the VHS tapes.
Yeah, Money in the Bank was the Bloodline Civil War. So yeah, Money in the Bank was them. So no, I don't remember what the fucking... actually, I have Clash of... No, it wasn't that Clash of the Castle. Night of Champions, right? Oh, that's 2015 Night of Champions. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Clash of the Castle was 2022.
No, Night of Champions was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens with Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. And I think they lost that match because I don't remember them winning the tag.
Yeah, Solo got pinned.
Yeah. Okay, that clears up the air, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but that's where the Usos turned on Roman. That's where Jimmy started fucking super kicking Roman.
And then it led to their Money in the Bank match where Jimmy turned on Jay for no reason at the end or something like that.
Ugh, so bad.
After they beat Roman for no reason. Reason without reasoning. It made a lot of sense.
Tribal combat.
SummerSlam. And AEW. AEW is rumored to have a new show, and they got $1 billion because of Punk from Warner Brothers. And they want Punk on that show. And they want only Punk on that show. And it's just rumored. And then they're not showing the location for Collision. Still, then Punk, weeks by week, says, I will never put my body and mental health over a company ever again. Because they made him fight fucking... Tony Khan made CM Punk fight injured. Are you fucking... He did the same shit that WWE did with him.
But he did the same thing to Kenny Omega. Like, he did that same shit to an executive vice president.
Like, it was really fucking bad.
Tony learned a little too much from Vince. Like, these guys need a break. Oh no, you're good to go, pal.
You know, a lot of things happened this week. A lot of things happened this year with fucking Punk, man. I feel so bad. But it all went to the greatest outcome in the world. Up next was...
the fact that he gets to go home to AJ Lee every night?
Anyway, fucking, what was after that? What was it? A Collision debuts and peaks at 900 fucking K viewership. He cuts the best promo I've ever seen of the year, and he has the best match ever with fucking CMFTR debuts together after the injury from last year, and fights Bullet Club Gold in an amazing fucking match. And fuck, I wish we got CM Punk versus Jay White before that nonsense happened, Keith. Because that was the only time we ever got it. Am I correct? They were ever only in the ring. Like, you're telling me...
You're not wrong.
You're telling me you don't want to see Punk versus Jay White?
I told you from the beginning I wanted to see Punk versus Jay White.
And we got snippets of what could have been, and we never got it. We only got it in a tag match. Tony Khan, I want you to fucking... I can't even say any of the things. So, I'm going to continue on with what happened right after that. WWE has... What was the next pay-per-view?
You missed Payback.
Payback was a skippable pay-per-view, but it was fun to watch. And I skipped Backlash too, by the way.
Yeah.
Backlash was the greatest pay-per-view out of... No, I was going to say out of a different country, but it's a part of the U.S. now. Amazing crowd, amazing matches. Besides, well, Seth versus Omos was pretty fucking random. Amazing. Bad Bunny is better than 90% of the AEW locker room. For no fucking reason. That's like if fucking The Weeknd became a fucking wrestler and was better than the entire AEW locker room for no reason. Like, these people...
Sponge would have all of his merchandise tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I would. I would indeed. But that doesn't make it, like, this was Bad Bunny's second match ever in WWE, and they were 2 years apart, Keith. They were 2 years apart, and it was better than anything I've ever seen on AEW Dynamite, not Collision, from Punk's era. AEW Dynamite and any AEW pay-per-view that other than Punk's matches. That was fucking, like, literally fucking, like, fuck. How do you not explain it? That match was just fucking amazing. Their in-ring skills were perfect. Other than it being a Puerto Rican street fight match just to have all the, like, nonsense go on. But all the nonsense made sense. All the nonsense was not bad. You had fucking LWO.
We got Carlito and Savio Vega.
Like, Savio Vega was amazing to see. And the fact that old-ass man can still fucking kick his leg that high with flexibility is insane.
Bro, that crowd was fucking hyped up and on fire for everyone all night. Whether it was Cody or LA Knight or Zelina Vega, everybody, they were on fire for in that crowd.
Then you had Payback. I can't really remember Payback. I just remember Cody was just on Grayson Waller's effect. And that's all I can remember from the pay-per-view. And the Judgment Day fought who? Do you remember who the Judgment Day fought?
No.
Me neither. But they were on the cover. But there was Payback. And then AEW had Full Gear. No, sorry, I'm going way too ahead. And then AEW had All In Wembley, which had 99,000 fans in attendance, and Hulk Hogan was in the front row, and
Don't undersell it, you WWE bot.
hold on, hold
It was
on.
at least it was at least 827,000 people in that building.
Let me fix it up for you. You mean I think you got your? I think you didn't go to grade school. 71,000 people were in that attendance, by the way. The accumulated biggest crowd in pro wrestling ever.
according to who?
The biggest crowd in AEW wrestling, in wrestling itself, was proclaimed to be 81,000 or some nonsensical number. But then the government of the United Kingdom, the United Kingdom revealed that it was only 71,000 fans in attendance, and Will Ospreay got a tattoo that says 81K or some shit like that, and the real attendance was 71,000. And Tony Khan and all of his supporters and all the brainwashed people that like garbage wrestling, and there's nothing wrong with liking garbage wrestling. I would just always shit on your dumb garbage wrestling forever, so you don't get mad at me again like last week. They are in denial, delusion, stupidity, epitome, depression. He doesn't get laid enough because of...
Cry me a river.
Oh, yeah. And speaking about All In...
See, I can say that because that's actually a thing that happened at All In.
Well, at All In, at the most historic, most grandest, stupendous main event of their fucking company was once again overshadowed by the best in the world. Because he's now 2-0 in backstage fights. And just like MJF and Adam Cole, he had 2 fights that night. He had to fight twice.
He's 2-0 in backstage. I'm dead.
He had 2 fights that night, ladies and gentlemen, on All In. Like MJF and Adam Cole had 2 fights, Punk had 2 fights. He beat the living shit out of a child, and Villain feared for his life, and everybody feared for their life, ladies and gentlemen. As it was reported, while everyone is on their seats, everyone's at home watching the buy-in. We didn't watch the pay-per-view, we just watched the buy-in because it was on YouTube. There's just after the match ends. Well, actually, let's go back a couple weeks ago on Collision. Jungle Boy is going to take a vacation and he wants to go home by getting thrown through real life glass. And the higher ups in AEW say no. So Shivani sends Punk to tell Jack Perry that no, I don't want that shit here. I don't want real glass. Like, that's dumb. It's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. And Jack Perry took it as, oh, I'm friends with the Elite. So he must not want me to do that because I'm friends with the Elite. So that's how he took it. So when Tony Khan probably A-OK'd the spot at All In on a car, getting suplexed through real glass, cry me a river, he looks at the camera, knocks on the glass, says, cry me a fucking river. Well, he didn't say cry me a fucking river. He said, cry me a river. It's real glass. Does the spot, loses the match, goes to the back. It's like a commercial break or something nonsense. When All In's about to start, and then everyone's Twitter machines are saying, "Oh my God, CM Punk backstage brawl with Jungle Jack Perry. He beat the fuck out of the motherfucker moments before the show was about to start." And
He goozled him.
And the show did get delayed a little bit. They were throwing in gaga nonsense for the show, and apparently all of this was happening during all that. And Punk was not gonna do the match. Punk was saying how much he hates the company. He was about to walk out. He already had a rough fucking time in London as the fucking travel agent for AEW is a huge elite nerd that they found out. All the fans found his Twitter account that he's a huge elite nerd, and he screwed him over for his travel in London and left him stranded in a foreign country. Your biggest star stranded in a foreign country, needing to find a way to get to his hotel and the arena by fans. Are you serious? Like, I would be already furious, okay? And he's there. He's already in a shit mood. I would be in a shit mood if my fucking company screwed up my travel. So there you go. And Samoa Joe convinced him to do the fucking match and continue. He went out there like nothing happened. He did his entrance like nothing happened. Had a fucking banger with Samoa Joe. Waved goodbye to the crowd. And left the real world champion. Mwah. And the week after was all in Chicago. AEW Dynamite in Chicago. Collision in Chicago. No. All Out in Chicago. Yes, it was. The week of after. because they did All In the week, that week, and then next week was All Out, and it was all in Chicago. Dynamite was in Chicago, Collision was in Chicago, Rampage was in Chicago, and All Out was in Chicago, and it was all based off that man. And Tony Doofus decides to go out on Collision moments before air, grab a chair, and say how much he feared for his life. How much he feared for his life. He had to fire CM Punk instead of Jungle Jack Perry because he feared for his life. A company of fighting that he owns, he feared for his life. Sorry if I'm going off on this. But he feared for his life. And the crowd boos him, calls him a pussy, because that's all he is a virgin, 40-year-old virgin, relentless pussy who should not be a booker, and they gave the money to the wrong person. And the crowd goes mid, and the crowd leaves the show. People are literally leaving that Collision, and All Out, who gives a fuck about All Out? Who gives a fuck about all that nonsense? You took your biggest star, you killed your company that day. You took your number one merch seller, your number one draw, your fucking number one everything in that company other than Cody after he left. You ran the Cody out the company, the Elite ran the Cody out the company, and now you let them run out CM Punk. And to make things fucking worse, the stupid little kid Young Bucks come out there and do a victory lap in front of nobody. In front of nobody. They did a victory lap because Punk got fired in front of nobody. Because, God, these little kids are so dumb. So naive. Ugh. But anyway, enough of that. With Punk being radio silent for 2 months and more nonsensical drama coming out, Punk doesn't say a word. And he goes back to his commentary on CFFC or whatever the fuck it's called on OnlyFans. And, yeah, back to WWE. Villain, you take it away for WWE.
How am I supposed to follow that up? You just went on a rant.
I did. Okay, I got... AEW roused me up, okay? You don't understand. It really...
This is why 2 of our videos did not come out this year.
AEW roused me up, and it riled me up this year. So... All right. Whatever. What was that? September.
We got Money in the Bank in London.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, was everybody on their toes for that shit?
It was a great crowd.
And the wrong guy won the Money in the Bank, but no, he didn't, because I'm excited to see what Damian Priest is going to do with the contract.
LA, it pisses me off to this day, but you know, LA Knight should have fucking won that. You know how mad I was for that outcome. You already know. I was pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah, but they had to build him up.
But yes,
like you can't build him up if you just string shot him all the way to the freaking briefcase.
It was good though. It was good. And then after that, what was it, September or in October? What was in October? What happened in October? Survivor Series is where? Announced?
Yeah, Survivor Series is where was announced. Punk's firing was announced, yeah.
Oh,
it was crazy.
I went to Wrestle Dream. Well, sorry, that wasn't a big thing, but Wrestle Dream happened, and a big thing happened. Well, no one was there to see the big thing happen, but it was rumored. Yuck. Edge's contract expired September 29th. Wrestle Dream was October 1st. It was rumored that Edge was gonna move over to AEW, and the WWE team had high thoughts of them going over, and that's exactly what happened. It was pretty goofy looking back at it. I was hyped because I love Edge, and it was good to see him. And when he came over, he had a fun little thing. But goo goo gaga, you know, we're beating up Darby Allin and Sting. Oh, look, a movie. Let's stop beating up the guys. And then Edge comes out, does a whole entrance and everything. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Edge is now all Adam Copeland is now all elite. And no one's there for it. But there you go. What else happened in October?
Halloween.
Oh yeah, Halloween was fun this year. What did WWE do anything in October?
No, NXT did Halloween Havoc though.
Oh yeah, I reviewed that. So go check out the review if you haven't watched already. If you want to check that out.
Lexis King.
Lexis King's in-ring debut was pretty cool. Did WWE really not do a pay-per-view?
They really, I don't think, did a pay-per-view.
They actually did not do a fucking pay-per-view. They did. They did, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on now. Hold on.
Wait, didn't we get a Saudi Arabia show last month? In October?
Oh, was it Crown? No, that was November. No, hold on. October was Fastlane. John Cena, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and I think it was an Uso. And or was it the
Jimmy.
Yeah. Okay, but that wasn't really. It was just a Fastlane came and went. Then it was Crown Jewel with LA Knight, Roman Reigns, which is amazing. So it was a good, fun match, and that's all I can remember. And then Survivor Series is where
Chicago.
Survivor Series is where
Chicago.
all month long, every single Raw, there was teases of the man on Raw. USA Network teasing on all social media platforms. Rumors. Punk even teasing and trolling on Instagram and trolling on his UFC commentary thing. And trolling and the mysterious. Is it gonna happen? Survivor Series is where? And me buying my ticket, booking my night, getting ready for the days, counting the days of when I'm gonna go to Chicago, praying every day that it's gonna happen because I already purchased everything and I was gonna be on my way on my trip, praying. And now the time has come, and no one's watching AEW. The crowds are deader than ever. Sting announces his retirement match in front of nobody, and I'm out there. I get on the plane. I'm in Chicago. I go to SmackDown. I have their shitty Chicago pizza that made me almost die. Wait the next day. Go to Survivor Series. Watch all the matches. Had a blast. And when you thought I was losing hope because let's not forget the inaugural Randy Orton returned, had an amazing pop, had an amazing return, had an amazing in-ring movement, and it was amazing to see him do that crazy RKO. And I was losing hope a little bit. I was losing hope because they were going to go off air. But as I realized that Rio's match went by pretty fast. The Dragon Lee match went by pretty fast. And there were still 15 minutes on the air. And I was like, there's no way they're going off the air 15 minutes. They're already showing tune into the press conference. And ladies and gentlemen, as everyone's cheering and clapping for the baby faces, you heard was shh, and the crowd exploded. Everyone's throwing their babies in the air. People are jumping around. I was jumping around as the Cult of Personality hit, and there he is, the Chicago homeboy, the Illinois homeboy. CM Punk has returned to the World Wrestling Federation 10 years later. No one could believe it.
I gotta cut you off. Only because I saw his Snap stories and his Instagram. That shit was so funny. Homeboy climbed up on his chair and said, "I'm literally climbing on my chair."
No, I did not say that. I'm going to cut you off. What really happened was I jumped from my seat into another seats in front of me like it was a mosh pit, and I was on top of that chair saying, I'm on my chair. Because I was losing my shit with everyone losing their shit everywhere. And it was a great fucking moment. And it was the best shit ever. And now, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is back in WWE with the best return ever seen and witnessed. Ladies and gentlemen. That shit was great. That shit was done perfectly. That shit had more views than the Queen's death. Or sorry, the Queen's funeral.
God.
The Queen's funeral, not death. Sorry. Oops. But fuck. That shit was the best. And now we go on to Raw. The Raw after SummerSlam. I fly home the next night. I get there. We watch Raw. He cuts a promo that was cut off short. He appears on Smack. No, he didn't go to SmackDown. We wait for next week's Raw. He cuts another good promo. How people don't. Some people welcomed him with open arms, and a certain someone did not. Now they're slowly start building. He's now declared the Rumble. He's slowly starting something with Rollins, but not surely just yet. But he has actually. He said when he wins the Rumble, he's going after him. And Crybaby, boring, no draw, boring Seth Rollins. He's not a draw. He sucks. He makes me want to go to sleep. Seth Rollins is just counting his days with that belt because he's gonna fucking lose in April. I'm telling you right now. And now we're in December. Was there a pay-per-view this December?
No.
With no pay-per-view in December. And Punk goes to NXT Deadline, which was the last premium live event for NXT. Appears there, does a fun segment with Shawn Michaels, and then that's literally how you end off the... Oh, and I skipped Full Gear. Let's go time travel a little bit. Full Gear was garbage. MJF injured himself. They buried Jay White in shitty booking. And the Devil. Now going back to the future. Punk, Cody declared the Rumble. Interesting. WWE is at its hottest fucking moment ever, and it's good.
Oh,
AEW,
not ever.
Well, in the modern era, in the 2000s, in the 2020s. If you look back a couple years ago, it's pretty shitty. AEW, not so much. Garbage, doo doo, dog water, shitty, garbage. Free Ricky Starks. Adam Cole is injured. Bryan Danielson got injured at least 5 times and is wrestling injured right now. They acquired Wings! Ric Flair for no reason. Tony Khan is on that white way too much and is in so much denial. And
calm down. This must be a peaceful end of the year.
Free show. MJF. Free Ricky Starks. Fucking let Andrade go, please. Free Miro. Free Brody King. Free the House of Crack. Free Powerhouse Hobbs. Used Take a Shit properly. And fucking... Yeah, Take a Shit properly. Get Don Callis off my screen. Get fucking Colt Cabana and Colt... What's the fuck the other guy he's always with that's bald and has hairspray and a fucking nose mask? Get them off my TV. Get Orange Cassidy off my TV. I don't even watch the show and I'm complaining about them being on TV because the product's so ass. If you want to fix your fucking show for 2024, get rid of fucking garbage wrestling. Protect wrestlers from themselves because look at Daniel Bryan. He's on his last limb fucking fighting for no reason. Your fucking world champion is hurt. Kenny Omega is on the shelf because you pushed him way too early to come back. Adam Cole, you need to stop having ramps because you need and tell your wrestlers to stop stage diving off the ramps because the ramp has more is the most dangerous wrestler in your locker room because it's taking out a lot of big stars. I don't know if you've noticed that, villain.
Yeah, the ramp took out CM Punk too when he jumped off it.
Fucking release Jungle Boy because he's just a useless product to your fucking company and he killed your company.
Remember, Jack Perry is still suspended. Which means that they didn't really take too kindly to what he did either, so.
But he didn't even fire him. And he caused the problem. He is the problem child that escalated fucking Punk to do that. The elite are running around with all their friends on this fucking company. If they were more serious, maybe I'd take them fucking serious. But they've run down that program so bad. Tell Jon Moxley to stop bleeding every week. Let go of Jim Ross because he fucking obviously hates your AEW. Let Mark Henry out of his contract because he obviously hates AEW. And he's basically there for the fucking money at that point. All of them are. Everyone's there for the fucking money at this point. You can't even not tell me nothing. But this is why, Tony.
Calm down.
I'm going down now. Tony, if you ever listen to this, I don't know if you do, but you seem to be on Twitter and listen to everything at this point. Now that everyone's been exposing you for listening to the entire media, and that's all you care about. But you only listen to your drones to say everything's fucking good. If you wanted to make a fantastic product, get rid of the negatives that are obviously right in front of your face, and why don't you wind up putting the positives and get like you lost Arn Anderson this year and his son. Arn Anderson, if I owned a fucking wrestling company, I feel like I'd put Arn Anderson in charge of some sort of high ass fucking role because he knows what the fuck he's doing. Mark Henry knows what the fuck he's doing. Paul White knows what the fuck he's doing. Jim Ross knows what the fuck he's doing if he was in charge of some other severe things. And you have yourself and goofballs in charge, and then you go out in there and say everything's great. When I went to AEW Collision, this nerd came out and said nonsense, and the crowd, the 30 people in the crowd were chanting, "Thank you, Tony. You are great, Tony." This guy feeds off these brainwashed morons and thinks that his company's so great because the 30 people in the crowd said they're so fucking great. And he is a victim player when it comes to getting shit on from the company or getting shit told about the company. Like, ladies and gentlemen, when Vince has been in the game for 40, 50 fucking years in the wrestling business, and people have fucking put hits on this man, death threats on this man, and I have never seen that man ever bitch about anything. Have you, villain?
No.
Exactly. He needs to fix his shit if he really wants to be a good product. He really needs to get on his toes. He really needs to get his head out of everyone's asses and stop trying to be friends with everybody and make some fucking money. Or make some more viewership and fill up those fucking seats. Book smaller arenas. Because I'm not here to make friends, pal. I'm here to make money. So, like, I'm telling you right now, I like a lot of some of AEW matches that include the wrestlers that I like from that company that I feel that shouldn't even be there because of how bad they're booked right after. One week you'll have FTR, the next week you'll have nobody, and FTR won't be seen for the next couple of months. One week you'll have fucking Miro, and then he's gone for like 3 months, and then he's back. Storylines don't make sense. Storylines recoil 2 years, a year later. This is so bad. It's awful. It's trashy. And to end it on a positive note, at least everyone there is making a shit ton of money and getting the fuck out of there when they can. That's the only positive I see in this. Because the average salary, according to the guy that does the fucking logistics and shit, everyone makes at least $500,000 a year. Is that a crazy amount of money for a year, villain? For everybody?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Give me $1 billion, Tony, and I'll sit in your ring and fart. So that's basically what every Dynamite is. Now, back to 2023, overall the year in wrestling. It had its highs, ups, and downs. Oh, hold on. I'm going to rant a little bit, villain.
I'm sure you are. You've only been ranting for like the last 10 minutes.
Ring of Honor. Can we talk about Ring of Honor, villain?
No. We'll do that. We'll do that in another video.
We're never going to do it in another video. That's why I'm going to say this. I really wish Punk didn't have Tony buy Ring of Honor because Punk said he didn't want Vince owning all of his media. I bet you he regrets that now, don't you, Keith?
Sure he does.
Holy shit. I used to love Ring of Honor. I used to watch that on that free channels when I was a child, and it was fun and it was good. And where is Ring of Honor? You introduced a TV title. On a women's TV title with no TV deal. You didn't. The CW wanted Ring of Honor, and you said no because you were so loyal to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is over here, who owns 10% of your company and is ready to make deals with the World Wrestling Federation allegedly. Pow! You should have taken that CW deal. Now, guess what's going to be on CW next year? You want to tell us, villain? What's going to be on CW next year?
NXT.
And SmackDown's going to be on USA. And Raw is still pending to be announced. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a great year for WWE next year, as they're all gonna get their TV deals. CW and NXT is gonna be fun as hell. Jesus Christ, and I really hope Raw goes to TNT because it'd be hilarious. But if anything happens, hopefully it all goes well and it goes somewhere good. But if it goes to TBS TNT, I'm going to fucking hilariously laugh. Because that's where the money is. Because let's compare. Now that we're on the topic of 2023 and comparing. Keith, how much money did AEW make this year? You mind telling us?
I don't know. I don't have the exact numbers off the top of my head.
Well, I remember the exact numbers off the top of my head. It was accumulatedly something like $152 million. And how much did the World Wrestling Federation make?
Had to be billions.
It was in the billions. AEW grossed $170 to $175 million, Keith. That is not making fucking money. WWE alone this year made $1.33 billion. They made that alone in 2021 by getting acquired by Peacock. You see what I'm saying here, villain, right? Now we're just talking about money for 2023. Not viewership and not product. With $1.33 billion, you know what you can do, villain? Pay your top stars good money, your low stars good money, have good venues, good production, good this, good that. With $175 million, he's basically paying everybody that money. He's lucky that his dad is a billionaire, and that's literally it. Because if he was not a billionaire, or if his dad wasn't a billionaire, I think he'd be bankrupt right now. Would he not be, villain?
He definitely would.
Holy shit. Now, villain, drive the topic away so I stop the rant.
I don't actually know what we have left on here to talk about. Because we've spoken on the year-end awards, the year in review.
We're in 2023, and we did do everything. Sorry to cut you off. But I have a magazine right here in front of me. Are you ready? It is the the top women's 2023 250 ranking of the women's wrestlers. And I want to hear, since this is basically in 2023.
Nope.
No, because you're going to hear this, because I know you shit your pants. Because
You gotta check your phone. No.
Hold on now. There's a lot of things going on. He's telling me to check my phone? Okay. Well, we'll have to save it for another time. But we did cover everything, and I did go on a long rant. And if you made it this far, make sure to leave a like. Tell us what you thought of 2023. After this, we're probably going to take a New Year's Eve holiday hiatus, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully you guys have a great new year. 2024 seems to be a prominently found year for pro wrestling. I mean, WWE. And MJF, please sign to WWE. Free Ricky Starks. Free Hobbs. Free all the good wrestlers in AEW. Villain, any final words before we're out of here?
I got nothing. Sponge is just mad about fucking AEW right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Wrestle Relaunch 2023. We hope to bring you the best product next year because it's great. You're great. Villain's great. I'm great. Have a great night. Great.